Yo, what's up, everyone? Happy holiday of the Sabbath, and hope you all had a great weekend. Amidst all the chaos that transpired over this past week. Oh, yeah, all that's happened. It's been particularly jam packed, so it's a good excuse as any to try and wind down of this final 24 hours of this past week. And I'm here to hopefully deliver. We got a good one on the lineup for tonight. You might say under fine addition to my collection of bizarre Steam purchases, which, you guessed it, transpired during the last summer sale because I got some disposable income. So yeah, I decided to scoop a few items that have garnered particular interest, and here's one of them: pools. A pretty recent release came out in April of 2024, so it's only been out a couple of months, and it deals with a particular subject matter that is dear and precious to me, and that is the pool rooms. One of those trends that took the internet by storm. I think the general interest surrounding this subject matter has lost a little bit of steam lately, but it still gets fan games, as you can see. I think out of all the aesthetics that have grown significantly in popularity, so the back rooms, liminal spaces in general, and the pool rooms, out of this holy trio, I'm particularly fond of the last mentioned. Just because it's so weirdly alien but soothing at the same time. And I don't think we really had a good pool rooms game up until now. I mean, there might have been a couple of indie releases, possibly on itch.io, that I didn't quite catch on the radar, but this one in particular, I feel like has gained the most attention, so that's why we're checking out tonight. So, built on Unity, very minimalist UI, as you can tell. Kind of looks like I'm looking at YouTube Shorts menu right about now. What's up, Ronan? How you doing, buddy, on this fine Sunday night? So we got our main menu, so to say. There's the settings. Not much to these. I mean, I do respect the ability to reduce all the motion sickness inducing features. And here are the credits. Small developer. They made one more game after this one, which I think came out in June. Cybernetica, I believe it is called. Like a curious little city builder thing. Oh yeah, look at all those inspirations. Matt Studios, King Pixels, Jared Pike, which is kind of the brains behind the pool rooms movement. I mean, he's the artist that started posting all that artwork that blew up in popularity into just everything went from there. But I also saw mention of Animiopolis, which is another one of those liminal space games that I do want to play at some point. Unfortunately, it never really seems to go on sale. I think that's because it's only technically one chapter so far, but then again, I don't even know if it's gonna get anymore. Like a long time ago, I believe I mentioned this, but there's been some weird stories surrounding the developer. Like, I don't quite exactly remember the details, but I think he's led the fan base on for one reason or another, and then just kind of jump ship. The thing about this kind of drama is there's just so much of it going on that you eventually lose track and then just move on to the next big thing, which, well, on the one hand is good because as an adult with responsibilities, I couldn't really, bother with all this buzzing going on. But on the flip side, it's kind of topical on just how much of an attention span we got as human beings these days. Anyway, that grim thought aside, here's some pools. We're gonna take a dippy, a little splash in the chlorine water. At least, I think that's what's gonna happen. I actually had to click the play button. Let's look. It's a video. We are in the simulation, one could say. You know, I think this is where the Met Studio / Keen Pixels inspiration comes in, because it's exactly like watching one of those found footage videos from either of those two guys. Like, it's surreal just how much those channels and more of that kind did for this movement. We seem to be going pretty slow though, which I don't know how I feel about it, considering that the mouse movement is all jittery. So we might wanna work on that a little bit. Maybe let's bump that down by half the value. I don't believe we can, like, move any faster than this. Oh, there's a run feature, so there's that, but it's more of a brisk jog than anything else. Yeah, what's up, Frosty? You're just in time, buddy. We've only begun our journey. There's the Virgil deck chair. We got a mighty damn fine view of that staircase going down below. In case we need to stop for a minute and ponder. Masculine urge to sit down and ponder things. Gotta say though, these are actually really good visuals. Just look at this water. I'll never see these kind of smooth animations, and look at those ripples that actually come out of our character. Like, that's... Ooh. When people say realism in video games, AAA studios can only hope to achieve. Uh-oh. It seems I've already broken the interdimensional laws by trespassing here. Well, good thing there's no other humans here to prosecute me. Haha. Haha. Oh. You know, there's two possible ways to handle the pool rooms and creepy liminal spaces in general. Either you make them these very solemn walking sims, where the idea is you're basically locked in here only with your own thoughts and the ambience of the background. Or you could have a more existential horror kind of spiel going on, with the possibility of some ghastly ghoulies haunting these halls. And to be fair, while I appreciate both schools, I'm more about the former. Because the thing about the latter is, it is very easy to fuck up. Like, all you need to do is just introduce a goofy-looking, unfitting monstrosity, and it ruins the mood of this setting. Period. Oh, I mean, got a water slide here. That's some entertainment. Also, these weird graffiti, which remind me of those cyberpunk murals that you scan to gain. What was it again? There was like a whole quest surrounding these inscriptions, which I think were related to tarot cards, and if you got like all of them, you got a reward for it of some sort. Yes, this is very fine street art, though a little mismanaged, as you can see. Someone's not a fan. I've already been gloating on the visuals, but I mean, even look at the reflections. That is incredibly on point. Best of all, it hasn't affected performance in the slightest. So, if this can look good and hopefully be optimized to match it, that would speak volumes about the developer. Like, if this is your debut in the industry, I tip my hat off to you. Now, you might ask, so what's the end goal here? Is there even one? We actually don't know. That's the thing. I mean, there's different chapters, so it's a possibility. Uh-oh. What's going on? Did I dismiss the possibility of living beings other than us too early? No, I think that's just the calling of the tunnel. Which, fair enough. I heard the ominous bellwing. Well, I got an achievement for that, so cool. Yeah, there's actually, from what I understand, a bunch of secrets scattered around the different parts of the game. So, ideally, we want to keep our eyes peeled. I don't know, just how long potentially it's going to take us to technically beat the game. But, I mean, I would love to find all the secrets. I mean, if anything, I'm totally down to just looking up a guide after we, say, finish this proper first. And find all the extra bits. So already we're starting to loop. Because we've already been down this stretch. I don't know if you can hear it, but... Is that us breathing? Like a very faint whisper in my left ear. See? That's where the pool rooms get you. Because... Is it us? Or... Is there something more? What I particularly love about this aesthetic is... Yeah, there's technically windows, but you can never take a peek through them because it's just blinding light. Supposedly of a natural source, which, I mean, we still have these luminaires. But hey, non-Euclidean aesthetics. Oh shit. That looks very inviting. I mean, if we truly wanted to end it all, we could take the plunge. I was almost expecting to hear Zero Futurism music at some point. It's one of those ambient music channels that has a particular liking to the poems and made a lot of those long uploads where you can just listen to pool rooms theme music. All of which is pretty much original compositions. This is me looking at my clock as I can hear it ticking in the background, making all that ruckus. Whenever there's no in-game audio to overlap. But okay, you guys have spoken before in the past, and weird. But you guys have spoken in the past, and you've told me time and time before, get it, because clocks, that you like the ticking noise. So that's why I've never took it down since, because that's what I used to do actually. Like, I tried to minimize all background noise, because there's only so much you can do with filter on your microphone before it starts. I'm starting to notice a pattern of these liminal games and rubber duckies. This is like an SCP you'd read about in the latter years of the website's existence. I'm also pretty sure when I played Control, there was a SCP that was basically a rubber ducky that did weird stuff. Man, that was such a great game. I hope the second one comes out relatively soon. That's probably currently my favorite of Remedy's properties. Even more so than Alan Wake, which I love the first one. Didn't get to play the second one, really, so can't speak about it. But Control, yeah, that was great. You make a game where you're locked in a non-Euclidean building and then just have to make sure you contain all the anomalies locked within, and that's how you hook, catch, and reel me in. Simple three-step process. You know, if this is what Purgatory is like, maybe it's not as scary after all. Like, sure, in different interpretations across history, in theology, it's generally agreed upon that it's like the intermediate stage before heaven and hell, where, like, yeah, you're not gonna internally suffer, but left some unintended business on Earth that doesn't really qualify you. I know what you are. What if the duck is the cryptid here? Oh, that'd be an insane twist. I'm gonna turn around every corner, it's just gonna be there, just staring at me. How we become the bestest friends? Pick up on the rubber duck and just start sailing through the chlorine even riddled waters. But yeah, if I was to choose a place to potentially repent for an unspecified period of time, lock me up here, please. I'm perfectly fine with exploring weird geometry by my lonesome self. The male fantasy. Oh. That looks a little misaligned. Oh, now he's getting nitpicky. Found a reason to deduct a point from this otherwise perfect game. How about we enter the abyss? If there was never an opportunity to make a cheesy jump scare, this would be it. Well, there's Duck Friend, yet again. We've definitely been here. I'm gonna wager, I guess, as soon as we drop down the pit, that's where we transition to chapter 2. I could be wrong, but that's gonna be my prediction for now. Control-wise, it's as walking sim as it gets. So you only really have walk and run. No crouching. No jumping. So whenever we see a weird alcove or some kind of crevice that seems to be out of reach, it's possibly meant to be that way. Oh. Can we... We cannot climb the ladder. That was the quickest realization in history of gaming. It's definitely the duck. I'm telling you. That guy just doesn't want me to succeed. Oh, Frosty, I don't know if you've heard, but apparently Bruce Dickinson and Paul Diano recently met in Croatia while Bruce was out there promoting his latest release, the Mandrake Project, and Paul is still there, recovering from his knee surgery. And from what I understand, they either have not met before directly in person, or this is like their first time in forever, which is kind of surreal to think about. How you can go your possibly entire life without talking to the vocalist you're replacing in the band, but well, I mean, stranger things have happened in life before. But they seem to have a lot of mutual respect for each other and get along quite well, which, well, I mean, if you're that age as those two gentlemen, then I feel like you gain a lot of humility. Not always, but most rock artists at least tone down a little bit, put things into perspective, and then realize, you know, maybe it was for the best what happened at the time. And Paul, from what he said, doesn't hold any grudges against the band. He never quite openly told how much he was paid off in terms of royalties for the first two Maiden albums. But in his own words, it was more than enough. Okay, we're back in the starting area, but there's this other path we haven't taken yet. Warning, slippery surfaces up ahead. Is there anything in the pool itself? One of many pools, I should add. They kind of poked fun at each other for one bit in the interview where they both agreed that neither could fill one's shoes. and they both have distinct enough voices that match the era of the band they fronted. So Bruce just wouldn't have like the raw energy Paul has to properly depict the self-titled album tracks nor Killer's tracks. The same goes for Paul when it comes to Bruce more orchestral singing on the later albums. Which, I mean, fair enough. I mean, you could make the same argument when it comes to pretty much any vocals replacement in the band as time goes on. Like, Bon Scott versus Brian Johnson. I mean, they're both very similar, but at the same time, not really. Like, their own unique characters. Even if Brian Johnson does seem to maintain that kind of energy that his predecessor's era held on to. But it's not a perfect one-to-one, and I think it would be stupid for anyone to even try to imitate any other vocalist. Like, just be yourself. I mean, the fans may not like it, but hey, there's always the previous albums, or whatever else the former vocalist decides to try out in their career. That being said, the Iron Maiden Blaze Bailey era still sucks. We don't talk about those two albums. No. I remember hearing those for the first time. I was like, what the fuck happened? It sounds like Maiden, but it's not really. I think the one song that I like with Blaze on the vocals is The Klansman. That one's really good, I will admit. And don't get me wrong, he has a good voice. That's the thing. It's just that he doesn't match the style of the group. It all leads down here eventually, doesn't it? Alright, well, let's make sure we traverse all these paths first. Or at least try to. I mean, good luck remembering all these environments, which eventually kind of just blend into one another. Oh, we've already been by the clock. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Bad is one thing, but if you just go through an album and then realize 5 minutes after you're done that you can't really recall any song that you've heard on it, I think that's even worse than the music collection just being awful. Well, I think it's time for us to take the plunge. think we've done most that we could. Unless there's some extra bits, but well, if anything, we will look up a guide afterwards. Geronimo. No? That ain't it? I guess we're not allowed then. Huh. Weird, I thought that was how you possibly transition to the next chapter. Yeah, what's up, Golden? How's it going, my friend? You know, I should probably double check the controls and see if there's anything I potentially missed. Yo, what the hell? I'm not even playing the highest graphical settings. And this game looks so good on medium. Wow. Makes you wonder if there's, like, any significant difference between these presets. I think on high it might be a little crispier. Less particles, perhaps? A little smoother around the edges. Tell me, oh rubber ducky. Speak your secrets to me. Not long before I went live, Sacro decided to upload a new video. This time talking about the origins of Smile Dog, and well, I know what I'm putting on after the stream tonight to chill before bed. Probably a good 20 minutes to put it into my mind before I doze off. Now, can we write down the slide? Yes, sir. Whee! Nice. Well, we're back down here. No, I don't want to turn sticky keys, so probably should have taken care of that earlier on, but then again, I haven't thought about sticky keys in a minute. Actually, you know what, since we've been here a while, let's put it to toggle. So we can run whenever we want to. What time were you live yesterday, Golden? Oh, so like late afternoon, my time. Yeah, that's pretty feasible. Only problem is, I was probably either still at work or just wrapping up. So I was dead tired after I came back. Probably just immediately dozed off. Oh, the one good thing is that this happens to be a job that's like 5 minutes away from our house, so don't have to worry about the traffic nor traveling times. I wonder how you unlock new chapters. There's possibly at least one branching path that we did not yet take. That seems to be going off somewhere, but we don't know where. So there's some rumbling going on behind this wall. More of these bizarre inscriptions that probably don't make any sense. You hear that? The thing buzzing of the ceiling lights? That's the seal of quality. Alright, we're back to the starting point. So it is indeed a massive loop. The only question remains, how do we carry on? Keep stacking those coin mets, friends, because I'm still thinking about introducing new channel point redemption tiers. I was thinking about somehow including the Numb Wizard, and there is a green screen animation of that little guy, which I absolutely love. The problem is, I would need to figure out a good way to chroma key the feature that I have. Because I tried to apply the filter, but it didn't seem to do the trick, so maybe I have to do some weird magic. Oh, Picard, you say? Then Yeah, I'll definitely check out the VOD. Good thing those exist. Also, on the subject of preserving content, I uploaded the most recent Cruelty Squad clip on YouTube Shorts, and well, while it's not breaking records, it's definitely a good way to have more people potentially bump into my stuff. So from now on, whenever we get like a good funny in a video game, I am definitely maintaining that and uploading on YouTube. If my VOD's already going there for preservation purposes, sure, may as well go all the way. Yeah, it's definitely a gamble, but on the flip side, I mean, it's kind of playing the lottery. You play it, you have a small, but still a chance to win. If you don't play it, then you never really enter the competition. We've been here for a little while now, and I can't really say that there's other paths we haven't really taken. Unless we just keep missing a particular turn somewhere. What if we chill here for a while? Oh no, I'm too tall. Never mind. This looks a little familiar. Ah, yes. The void. What a beautiful view. Just me and the sound of dripping water. Someone should really clean these tiles, though. They look a little bit, you know, dirty. Or could head back to the main menu and see if, by any chance, I can pick the next chapter. We'll see about it. If I get stuck for too long, then we'll give it a try. Oh yeah. We're starting to see more of the same in more regular intervals. Good God, I did not expect to hear the news of low-tier gods' financial troubles the way that became public. That was the most unexpected leak drop of the century. The man who's been putting on a facade of a gigachad is seriously in debt, has a 10-year-old that he has to pay, you know, fees. Complete opposite of, you know, the pristine image he's been putting on for himself. But you gotta admit one thing. He was good at maintaining the act until it lasted. It's especially really funny because I'm pretty sure that on one of these Stranger of Paradise streams, when I mentioned the Dr. Disrespect drama, I actually brought up LTG. There's like this one dude that's, you know, he's a local, but also kind of a no shit's given attitude where he speaks his mind. And then he gets a curveball sent, and it all falls apart. Which brings us back to an eternal truth that just keeps getting proven correctly. DSP is the true winner here. He just makes by doing absolutely nothing. Oh, by the way, you guys remember that Andrew Tate parody that Boogie uploaded, and I kind of skimmed over it at face value? I think it was on the same stream where I talked about Dr. Disrespect and LTG, but there's actually a lot more fuckery going behind the scenes with that one, because the reason why that video was uploaded in the first place, it was to shield cryptocurrency. Which was a scam from the get-go, mind you. And our good old pal Boogie was trying to play it off as a joke. But that didn't stop him from swapping sides constantly, and then going from, oh, I didn't know that was actually bad, from, all those guys want to see me fail. By buying this, you guys are proving them wrong. What a frickin' dweeb. A dweeb on an assured path to self-destruction. You know, there was this one corridor with another rubber ducky that we've only been to once, and now I can't seem to find it anymore. It's like a weird maze. Now I feel compelled to actually find it again. So there's this line, which we don't want to take this time. Was it here? Maybe. Yeah. Hopefully here we have... Oh. I don't remember that sign before. That looks promising. I'll keep that in mind as I see if there's any more Easter eggs and or secrets. Now that I think about it, it would kind of make sense for the exit to be in a labyrinth of sorts. Certainly fits in with the pool room's designs. This is where we entered from. Wonder if we'll bump into the other duck again. Somehow. I'm not even sure how he managed it, to be fair. Well, there's another potential bottomless pit. Is that gonna be another fake out? I'd like to find out. There's this turkeys as well. You know what? Let's jump. Why not? Oh. Never mind. Okay, that's pretty mean, but at the same time, very much in line with these liminal spaces are about. Lots of, paths to nowhere. Internal design that doesn't make sense. Oh, yo. This reminds me of that one picture of the group of apartment blocks that make a square, and then they have like this little garden in the middle. That's like one of the most iconic liminal space images. I do appreciate all these wall lights illuminating the way down, so it's not quite pitch black. Chapter 1 completed. Found footage part 2. We got the Minecraft Creeper themed mosaic. I feel like this is going to be a shortcut from one area on this map to bring us back to the beginning if we want to. You know, jokes aside, this is a pretty nice tile pattern, though. I kind of like these teal, terracotta. I think one of my first like major exposures to the pool rooms was one of those analysis videos that looked really close into the origins of the pool rooms and put it across various themes in the history of like similar grandiose designs. I forget the channel that actually put it out because the guy responsible for it, I don't think he's uploaded in quite a bit, but if I do manage to find it again, I'll definitely bring it up. Oh, you guys can actually see it because it's kind of dark in the stream, but there's a lonesome small rubber ducky here, who I'm currently looking at. Well, I believe that there is like one possible secret per chapter. Ooh. Do we want to go the triangular road or the circular one? Or we could be a rebel and pick the fencing option. Yeah, take that, law versus chaos. Enthusiasts. You know, I'm kind of glad that when I was first playing Nocturne, Dine and Frosty just outright told me to look up a guide if I need to and go for the true ending. Because, for one, it was worth it. And then when I looked up all the other base game endings, of which there are like 4 total, I think, they would have been incredibly disappointing. Like, the problem with Nocturne's default narrative is, sure, you got like all these philosophical viewpoints to agree or disagree with, but I mean, they're all kind of whatever, to be honest. Like, honestly, if it weren't for the true ending, and if I had to pick a side, it'd probably be Chiaki, because she's the most straightforward out of the characters. Like, she knows what she wants, and that is just build a strong society, ruled by demons. That's it. That was Chivo. Whispers in the Dark. So the game actually rewards you for hearing voices in your head. Alright. Where's the rubber duck that's inevitably gonna be hiding behind one of these pillars? I know your tricks. Pools. I know what you're capable of. Oh, hang on. Hold up. Yo. We got some vaporwave going on here. That's unusual, but very welcome. Let's put some palm trees next to this statue, like a flamingo or two, and we're good. What the? Okay. This reminds me of the shower rooms from 21 The World. Man, I haven't heard from LSD Dev in a long time. I hope that he's still working on that other game. It was like, God, I'm blanking out the name. 19 other tarot card name. Yep, that's as accurately as I can describe it. Before it comes back to me. I keep hearing one of these lockers opening, and I half expect to see one with their door ajar, but I keep getting bamboozled. Oh, it was 19 the Sun. That's the game I was thinking of. Of which I streamed the beta of. But unfortunately it was quite glitchy and weren't able to get through the entirety of it. But as a proof of concept, it did look pretty sweet. Also, well, I didn't expect a reflective surface here. Subverting expectations. What, are we running out of water in the pool rooms now? You know what? If I ever become a property owner, I'm putting these kind of tiles in my bathroom. I don't know why, but they just look very appealing to me. Okay, you're not meant to fall down there. Remember, when you're in the pool rooms, you always have to include a, what the... did I get attacked by a water elemental? What was that? But yeah, you always need to include this massive open room with a big pillar smack in the center. And lots of ducks. Go hang out with your friend. There you go. Now we can mingle. I hope that in terms of room layouts, we won't fall in quality as we move on, because this seems kind of wild to stretch into 6 chapters. But if it's done right, I can totally believe it. And music. Smooth jazz to soothe the soul. Personally, I'd expect Vaporwave to play, but I'm biased. Speaking of, this is the room where we appreciate the Atlas staring into the sky. Bust. And you can do it from various angles. Now I know what you're thinking. And the answer is no. It does not have an S. Thankfully. So, I guess we just follow the green pipe. You got it right at least once. Oh, it's not the starting area, is it? It looks different. Okay, we don't go down the dark staircase. You know, I want to say there seems to be one continuous path we've been taking all this time, without a single loop, which is pretty impressive. Straight down the pool room's pipeline. Oh, that's chapter 2. This almost feels like a dome you'd find in the center of a mall. Minus, you know, the knee-deep water. May or not be included. Kind of have to swing by every possible dead end because, well, you never know. We might have something ominous going on there. Yo! Indoor waterfalls? Oh, now you got me. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. Just, you know, water casually suspended within the confines of this boundary. I see a departure from rubber ducks in favor of these floaties, which, well, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm already starting to miss our artificial avian companions. No freaking way. What, we got saunas in the pool rooms now? Alright. How do I get a one-way ticket to the pool rooms? I'm moving in here, damn it. Think about how your skin will be cleansed from all this spa treatment. And it's for free. Also, in case you, need to relieve yourself. Who built this? For what purpose was it constructed? Does it even have a purpose? Those are the questions we may never find answers towards, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm perfectly fine with that. The mystery is what makes it intriguing. Ooh, could either go down here or take the green pipe someplace else. Down here, in fact. Which is a dead end. Oh. Didn't see that fella over there. You okay, bud? Don't do it, man. I know it gets rough sometimes, but it'll be okay. You should probably hit the sauna sometime. That'll get the stress off your mind. See, you don't really need much as a guy, just, some water to, take a dip in. Some spa treatment. Oh, we even got, like, these little pools that we can just, lay in. Rubber duckies included. Good to go. So, what's the secret gonna be on this map? We're gonna have to listen to some other strange sounds coming from the void, or perhaps there's gonna be something more intriguing this time. Well, that was occupied. Or not. At least we have one functional toilet. Paper included. I'm so used to the more traditional Roman architecture style windows that seem just regular modern equivalents. It's a little off-putting. Well, more saunas to traverse. See, I like the idea. This is like a good deviation from the source material. Oh, this is gonna be that trope of we walk past the creepy statue / mannequins and suddenly they're gonna move. I don't know whether that's scary or all these submerged toilets. Oh. Oh, that's actually awesome. Huh. Take that, Euclid. Superliminal moment. On to the next chapter. Ooh. Yikes. That had to hurt. Not yet, apparently. Oh, now we're getting to the real weird shit. It's exactly what I live for. This is this is either when Chubbs or Rio tell about their bathroom mishaps on the Discord, and this is the rest of the server listening in. That is pretty great, though. You could argue that it'd be even better if he was sitting on a giant toilet, but I think it's fine the way it is. I have no bathroom, and I'm a shit. I could have sworn I saw like a silhouette around here. If it was just a statue unlooking from behind a pillar. The only way to move on is down. You know, speaking of SMT, this looks like a staircase that would fit right into one of those games, like in an Amala dungeon. And that's chapter 3. So we possibly missed something over there. But let's not be discouraged, because we can always chapter select from the menu, in case we want to come back. It's getting more bizarre by the minute. Oh, okay, that actually got me. I was going to make a comment how this is pretty much SMT5 themed. Like this particular selection of dark and white. And I'm glad I turned around, because we caught a glimpse of something. And we got a achiever for it. Open your mouth. Yo, let's go. They're here. Flamingos. All we need is some palm trees, a little bit of neon, and we're set for life. Do we traverse this mysterious hallway, or do we take the weird staircase? You know, if this was what the average staircase looked in an apartment block, it'd definitely be more appealing. Sure, it would blow up property development prices, because think about all the extra tiles you would have to purchase. But it would certainly be worth it. Oh, we can't climb the ladder. That's a darn shame. Can chill with the flamingos. So far, I have to say that this is surpassing my expectations of the game, and it's actually getting better and better as we go. Because it started with a relatively simple premise, more or less what you'd expect to see of the poems, and now it's just evolving to pure insanity. And I'm all for it. There's so many like potential branching pathways here. I don't even know where to begin exploring. It's darn fun. Guess we can head over here for a minute. This is the level where you go to stuck upon toilet paper. One of my favorite parts about the Backrooms wikis, because there's actually a few of them, is how they write up all the lore for different floors. Bless you. And there's like dedicated levels which are technically safe compared to the other ones infested with entities. And that's where we would go to stock up on basic necessities like food, water, almond water, mind you, because as me and Frosty have learned during our Escape the Backrooms playthrough, you're only ever gonna be drinking almond water in the backrooms for some inexplicit reason. But yeah, here, this is where you go to make sure they have enough toilet paper to get by. God, how long has it been in early access? I feel like some games are just in perpetual early access limbo, so that the devs can get away with just fucking around. I think DR games are notorious for the devs pulling that stunt. Well, we always have the other Backrooms game to check out, which looked higher quality compared to the one we played. Might be a good time to check it out, considering Spooktober is coming up quite soon. It's probably going to be a good sale when the sales come up. Okay, so this staircase is definitely a hub of sorts in this chapter. And now we're just gonna find our way to move beyond it. That's neat. This might be several staircases that are just joined together. Which, if so, makes it even more of a jumbled mess. It'd be even way more confusing if these doors actually led to somewhere, instead of being pure japes. Do we take the yellow pipe? I guess it's worth a try, considering that I already see a repeat. Oh, get off the ladder. Oh, I can get to it. What a tease. Oh well. we gotta find another way out. Where haven't we been yet, per se? This seems to be the other walkway into this giant room. Pretty sure this is where we came from originally, then went this way. And we did go upwards, so let's try down. That looks unfamiliar. Almost looks like a sewer level design. Almost. Except according to Pool Room's canon, the water here is always pristine clean. So you got nothing to worry about. Probably not healthy to drink though. Considering, you know, it's pool water. Can be good for your health. We're looping, brother. We are looping. Is there a way out of here? Who knows? An elevator shaft, you say? Well... it was worth a try. But... I think we're finally getting a change of scenery. I very much doubt that this late in the game they would put like a paranormal entity to pursue you. So I'm glad that they went with the horror angle in the more creepy, unsettling design kind of way, instead of making it like full-on pursuit. It all comes back to what I keep saying about designing horror. You really don't need that much. Start with building a good atmosphere. And if you wanna scare, or even just unsettle the viewer, just keep it tense. Sometimes nothing, and just the idea of something potentially being out there in the wild is more than outright showing it in your face. Sure, you can have like the occasional fright, like when we saw that ghost submerged into the water earlier. Don't need to make it like a big ooga booga kind of thing. After watching stop motion earlier this week, I'm at least glad that horror is trying something new. It may not have been the best horror flick I've seen, because I'll be honest, by the end the plot kind of shits itself. It had an interesting story premise, but I was definitely expecting a different kind of angle towards the finale. But the gimmick was on point. I really appreciated the stop motion animation scenes. They did a great job on that. I had some cool scenes involving puppetry. So yeah, I'm glad at least we're beginning to move past the cheap jump scare thrills, which modern day horror really suffered because of for several years. Oh, thank you for reminding me. We need to watch that one. That's another recent horror movie with a great premise. Basically, the idea behind that one, for those unfamiliar with In a Violent Nature, is that you get to watch the movie from the perspective of the killer. So the camera always follows the main antagonist. And I think that's just a really interesting idea. Whether they execute it well, I don't know. We'll have to take a peep and decide, but at least they're trying something new. Seems to be trending back to the staircase, which kind of worries me, because I was hoping we were already past that section. Alas, we seem to be heading back to it. Oh, oh, hold on. That would have been a good secret. Or just moving on to the next level. I don't know much about Longlegs besides that it's some kind of weird Nicolas Cage fever dream. But Skinamarink, oh, don't get me started. I walked into that one with high expectations because I saw the trailer for it and was like, yeah, this looks like something I would enjoy. But then it turned out to be the worst imaginable way to shoot analog horror. With some of the worst camera angles I've seen in cinematography, period. And you want to know what annoys me the most? People will look at that and say, oh, well, this is art. You just don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it because I can see shit. Oh, wait, this is where we started. I didn't even recognize this chamber first. But then I saw the hole in the ceiling where we fell through, and yeah, that makes sense, I suppose. I think we can universally agree that Late Night with the Devil was spectacular. Probably one of the best horror movies I've seen in the past couple of years. That's another good example of kinda... I mean, it's very heavily Exorcist themed. You can't even hide it. And they don't hide it. The inspiration is clear. But the way they twist it into a late night show, that was pretty damn good. And also they depicted that 70s, 80s style of television broadcasting on point. That is definitely a high recommendation from me. I'm gonna have to check if Violent Nature is available for streaming, because if so, that's definitely going to be on the movie night lineup. Right, so we're probably gonna be walking around in circles for a while here until I find that one correct path that's gonna lead us out of here. I appreciate Chapter 1 for having the exit signs marked out. It's like a subtle but also well designed in universe, kinda wink wink nudge nudge right here. Because we already have seen markings in the room layout, so sure, it's not a wild concept for them to exist in some capacity. We could go here or here. Have I been through the pipe? I don't remember. This might be new. Oh, wait, no. I recognize the flamingo hangout. Curses. Fold yet again. That's okay, we'll get him next time, boys. There was one other path in that other flamingo pool, which I'm pretty sure I have not taken yet. So it's worth a try. Let's go find our way back there. Oh, easy enough. Which is here. No guarantee it's gonna take me places, but don't know until you try. One of these doors may not be fake. But that's the mystery of it. Been around here. Starting to recognize some of these hallways, which is good. I would say this is definitely the most complex of the mazes so far. Just because there's so many possibilities of going around. You're not really sure where to go. Let's give this ladder a try. What a thrill. Uh-oh. I've wound up where I didn't want to. Oh, yep. That's not good. Nope. That's not the answer. You would have expect one of these doors to actually open up and lead somewhere potentially, but no such luck. And no hidden always here, unfortunately. Oh. Oh. An unfamiliar toilet. That is a good sign. Oh no. Let's remember the staircase. There's a just diverge here for a moment. I assume these are gonna take me back. To where I've been lost for a good while. Oh. I mean, we had to. At this point, we're doing it for the experience. Yellow pipe, not interested, thank you. Okay, that's how we get down here. Okay, so I gotta remember that from that main hall you can climb up here and get to a new location that we haven't seen, like, properly explored yet. It's a good mental note to have, for sure. Now we should head down here, where the secret passage is open. Oh, who turned out the colors? Oh, I don't like where that pipe is going. No, sir. Cool. There is something majestic about gargantuan architecture that makes you feel like an ant by comparison. Again, Control had a really good sense of putting that into perspective. Tempting, but also... what's going on here? Oh. You know, I'm glad that no one has their head stuck up on someone's ass, but look at this person is staring at. It makes you think, doesn't it? I'm gonna guess that's the next level. There's also this curious drop we have here. Probably a bottomless one. Well, hey. Wouldn't be myself, at least I didn't give it a try. Down the rabbit hole we go. Chapter 4 done. 2 left. And we have cinder block bricks. That's a bit unusual for this setting. What is brickwork doing in my game about tiles? Doesn't make any sense. That's a bit cursed. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, you know where I want my indoor swimming pool to be set? In an abandoned factory. Hey, we got those traditional pool slides. Might be a grown-ass man, but now it's here to stop me from having fun. Is anything weird gonna happen if I ride all 3? That we don't know. But you're damn right you think I'm gonna take all of them. What if it was on a really obscure sequence where you gotta do these in a specific pattern? And then, I don't know, Slenderman shows up and gives you a candy. Oh, we're going anywhere here. That's for sure. So those grates out there, possible signs of a sewer system, which let's hope we don't have to traverse. Nice. Straight on the floaty. That could have ended in a serious mishap. I'm glad it didn't. Is that more showers I see in the distance? Speaking of cursed setups, well, I suppose this kind of counts like a makeshift bidet, so you stand up, and if you want to wash your ass, you just turn that on, and you know, bend over a little bit. Wait, are we moving into an office space now? Oh. See, wood looks a little bit better. But maybe because it's sauna adjacent, so there's some bias to it. There's a bizarre droning sound playing solely in the background, and I have no idea where that's coming from. So we're back to more traditional pool rooms environments. What's that over there? Do I see a pair of hands sticking out? Intriguing. I thought for a moment that we were looking at chapter 4, but from a different angle. Like this is what we walked past a while back. Wait, is that the, Yeah, that looks like the statue we, saw earlier. That was kind of looking into this, skylight, possibly outside. That's creepy. I respect the continuity in terms of narrative. Oh, come on. We can't walk past a slight difference in elevation. Broken legs McGee over here. That'll be like all of it then for this area, right? Because there's no other path I can take. If this is out of reach. Yeah, this kind of just goes back here. And this, completely unattainable. What a load of baloney. But an interesting adventure in of itself. Just gotta move on out of here. There's no going elsewhere but back. All of this for dead end feels very strange. I suppose it's back to the brickwork for us. See, even with all these bizarre twists in the Pullman's formula, and using different kinds of materials for new rooms. I feel that thematically this still is more cohesive than some of what the Backrooms fan base makes of its universe. Trust me, when you read up on some of the levels, it gets really off the rails, and the kind of power scaling fanfiction that just makes you wince. They actually found the origins of the Backrooms photo a while back. It took a lot of detective work. There were many dead ends that got people discouraged for a while, but some of those investigators, man, they never gave up. And after a lot of false leads, broken hopes, they finally found it. It's apparently an old furniture display house that was later on accommodated to be a racing track, an indoors one, which explains like all the bizarre architecture going outside, because they just took down some internal walls to make use of the new purpose. Haven't been here yet, have we? This looks like a new and exciting staircase to lose ourselves in. Oh, it takes us back to the slides. Well, never mind then. I mean, it's worth a shot. Alright then, so what else do we have? We might want to retrace our steps back to the beginning and look for leads there. Alright, all this time I took the upper path, but there seems to be more going here, I think? I stand corrected. It all comes back here, doesn't it? This does make me think whether that branch with the wooden bits was really dead end or not. sure we went in every direction at this point. Which is a little concerning, but... well... we've been in more confusing situations already. So we'll make it through. No pressure. No. Oh, this just goes down the staircase, so no point in even trying that. This takes us here. We've seen everything there is here, right? Like, nothing's gonna happen if I just interact with the stalls. I'm gonna get close to them. I have at least 2 more weird games that I want to stream at some point in between my regular playthroughs to just take a small break, experience something new. One of them is heavily Yumaniki inspired, apparently, so I think that's gonna be an interesting dive. And one of the other is Surrealidade, which is this bizarre Brazilian point and click from back in the 90s that recently got a Steam re-release. It was like an art project back in the day, sort of same deal that Garage Bad Dream Adventure had going on for. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks like it'd be a fun time streaming with its wild imagery. I just hope it's not as clunky as Garage, because as ambitious that game was, it was incredibly confusing and kinda annoying at times to try and get through the story in that one. Oh, hang on. I'm having fun about this. Oh. Again, great design. And that's another Chivo for us. Oh shit! Oh, are we actually gonna connect this with the back rooms? Let's go. You know what? If anything, it's at least gonna be more memorable than that completely shoved in section in Escape the Backrooms. Oh, I'll never forget when Frosty was like, "Yo, Shunt, you gotta check out this. Come on." And he's like, "They got the pool rooms." And I run up in there, filled with glee at the possibility. And then it's like this one tiniest room with one swimming pool. And I'm like, bro. Well, great. Back in Britain. Next thing you know, Doctor Who is gonna pop out one of these. That change in lighting is pretty weird of a transition, but, well, stranger things have happened. In these here rooms of a pool-like nature. A water park adventure, you say? Sign me up. I don't know why, but this particular shot makes me think of all those shovel horror games, like your Poppy Playtime, your Garden of Banban. Maybe it's because of that very simplistic design mixed with bright colors that a lot of these games go for. Made straight for marketing is like unreal how Oh. Okay. Didn't expect that. But it's unreal how Poppy Playtime didn't go past one chapter, and already the Scrimblow, which is the main antagonist in that IP, has so many marketable plushies, many of which are knockoffs. There was like one sign next to the other road pointing towards an exit, possibly? Oh, that's a really disturbing sound. We should inspect it closely. The beast slumbers. Oh, cool. We, look back over here, do we? You know, it's so easy to make these Shin Megami Tensei jokes, because I could make a screenshot right here, post it online, and tell people this is straight out of the mainline games. Like the earlier first-person ones. And you know what? Someone believe me. SMT gameplay be like. Well, I might have FOMO from not going the marked way. Do I even need to say anything at this point? You just let the imagery do the commentary. Nothing I could say at this point can reflect the utter and complete bizarreness of whatever is transpiring before our eyes. Hear that? That's the sleeper's agent signal awakening in your brains. You now feel a craving, an unsatiable craving to buy Coca-Cola. Well, back to weirdcore it is. That's kind of a movement that never quite took off. I feel like weirdcore slash dreamcore has always been these obscure breakups of internet aesthetics that were more or less self-contained within their own small communities. Like, yeah, you'd find the occasional playlist on YouTube for music, but otherwise, not really. But I'm glad that we're plunging head straight into it right now. Mike, how's that what? Yeah, kinda. At this point, we're basically on the set of The Truman Show. And this is the edge of the known world. We gotta escape the simulation. Uh-oh. We're going to the less reputable part of the neighborhood, I feel. And for those of you curious, yes, there is a backrooms level theme like this. I'm pretty sure... I don't know if it was... Oh. Well, can't say I expected that. Speaking of my house that WOD, I'm finally playing it, guys. Thank you, my dude, for pointing me the correct way. What was I gonna say? It was either King Pixels or Met Studios that had a backrooms exploration found footage video where one of the scientists winds up in a fake neighborhood, like the one we just seen. I think it was Kane Pixels because he makes like the more cinematic style documentaries, where Matsu's goes for a more simplistic found footage kind of style. Well, at least we moved on from basic beach chair to a somewhat comfy leather seat. Is that even leather? It's more like cheap cushioning. Not an entirely pool rooms game, per se, but for the most part we stick with our original premise. I don't mind these occasional deviations into other liminal spaces. It's all part of one plan. All one divine architecture. And here it is, the mother of all saunas. I feel like if you were to stand this giant heating place, you would die in a matter of seconds. Like, that's gotta be super suffocating. Where will the green pipe take us? Who knows? More pools? Who would have thought? I am in love with this particular section. It all collapsed and got flooded. Continuity. Is that a pillow? Well, I mean... at this point... why not? I'm sure you can probably find a blanket here somewhere. They don't want you to know, but this is the architecture of the future. This is how we will be living within the next half a decade. Yep, only 5 more years left. Surely Elon Musk will get us there in no time with his grandiose ideas and immaculate business sense. I love how a while ago there was like a video of people trying to prove that Cybertrucks were brake-proof by having like people slam on the doors with hammers and stuff. But then someone points out in the comments, why is anyone going to go for that hassle when you're going to just slam the windows open? Well, here it is. Welcome to my crib. As you can see, we got ourselves a nice living area here, complete with this life-size sheep. Yeah. This is where they make all the funny sculptures. Me to mock later. Well, I say sculptures, but are they really? Oh, why is he making a pog face? That's the most I've ever seen someone get excited about chess. Oh, we were the pawns all along. It's all just a game. Super deep. Or, you know, more cool aesthetics to get engrossed in. Ooh. You know, speaking of art galleries, I also have another game themed about traveling to our art gallery, which apparently that one is built on GZ Doom. So I look forward to trying it out. Also, it just struck me. That's Garfield and Nermo, isn't it? It all comes back together. It all comes back to Garfield. I like how you have this eclectic mixture of classical art and then suddenly Duck. Parking lot? Maybe? Oh, no, we're going for a bus ride. Not a bus, train. Public transport. Okay. We went from Garfield to Massive Flesh Pillar. You know, the two concepts aren't mutually exclusive. If you follow the Garfield for a while, you will know that the funny orange cat has seen some interesting interpretations over the years. Could this be it? Could it be our escape from the pool rooms? Well, it's not in a name. So there's a good chance we'll just end up where it all started. It would be a very fitting ending for this kind of game, not gonna lie. Making a full turn back to the origin point. Oh, trying to be sneaky, but I see you. And worst of it, they see me. We could have used those signs way before on numerous occasions. They wake up. New liminal space maze just dropped. This is art. Put that in a real museum. Well, there's no way going back. But onwards. Unless they shut the door on me. Well, we got out of there. That's the good news. And we got it all caught on tape, so that's how you know it's real, not edited. And no one's gonna call it South for it. Absolutely not a single soul. That was legitimately great. I think it's a Pool Rooms tribute game. This was awesome. There were a couple of diversions where they leaned more into other liminal spaces, but I think they were implemented in a tasteful way, where it didn't go too far off the grid. So I'm gonna give that a thumbs up, and highly recommend for you to try out and enjoy. So, how far did I go achievement-wise? I got 10 out of 16. Interesting. So, how far would I have to go on to get the other ones? Ooh, there's like a whole alternate path in chapter 2 that I apparently missed. I may not be able to easily get these. Ah, one of these I actually missed because you had to wait in a particular section for a while. Which is kind of annoying, but, well... it is what it is. Let's see. Okay, so through chapter 1 to 2, I was doing pretty well. But there's like, I think 2 more accomplishments that I missed in that part. Okay, probably not gonna do all of them tonight, but maybe I can at least trace back to chapter 2 and try to get these that I missed. Oh, this one's gonna be a doozy potentially because it's got an RG element to it. Oh boy. Alright, let's give it a shot. Don't want to stick in this menu for too long. There's a probably do these offline. I try to complete these games 100%. Kind of as a sign of appreciation, but also because they tend to have not that many achievos, and they're pretty fun to do. Okay, so one of these involves us looking for 5 landmarks before we proceed to another big stretch of the level, which I probably didn't pay much attention to them if I haven't noticed any before. We'll know when we see them. And then I know what I'm looking for, at least. Yeah, we never went down these two paths, I don't think. So maybe it is worth a revisit. Glad I didn't decide to rush this one and give it its own separate stream, because, oh boy, it actually turned out to be a massive mess. Well, one of, but still, pretty much its own separate stream. Right, so this is where we got our first Chivo. Hearing whispers in the darkness. Apparently, the other one is not far from here, but it doesn't have always a chance to come up. It involves our friends. What friends, you might be asking? Well, if we bump into them... Yeah. These ducks don't have a 100% chance of spawning in. So if you play through this game just casually, like I did, you'd had no idea, potentially. So that's one Chivo. Acquired. For the other one. I haven't seen anything related to it yet. I mean, I remember this map being pretty sizable compared to the introduction, but, well, for like a 5-piece achievement that we're working, you'd think we'd run into something by now. supposed to be too tedious. Maybe I'll do a simpler G1, just leave this for off-stream hunting. Right, we're not supposed to drop here before completing the sequence. Which, if so, I'm astonished I didn't see anything. That caught my eye. Oh, so far nothing. Which isn't particularly reassuring. I wonder if we can go back to that hallway and take the road marked with triangles. Speaking of. Oh. There's another way to go. As we just brutally learned. Damn. This really makes me believe that I went by a good chunk of Chapter 2, purely optional, but still, way more massive than you'd anticipate at first. I may have to do this with a guide. Might be a little too taxing to do on a live stream. One sec, let me confirm whether I'm even in the right place. Wow, someone actually made a community guide with like an actual hand-drawn overhead map. That's insane. Achievements. Wait, one of them involves cheating? Oh wait, is this between chapters? Yeah, it's about looking for rings. You'll find 2 rings on the circle path and 3 on the triangle path. Okay, but just how insanely are they sprayed out? That's the thing. I've not even noticed a single one of these symbols. Surely it would have been easier if I wound up back in the hallway, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Unless I hit the reset button. That's a different left hallway. They were trying to protect me from drowning all this time. Such good lads. This is a different angle to look at the swing. So at the very least it's neat that I get to appreciate more of this map. Certainly haven't seen that statue before. And this one's actually caked up. Look how shiny that bum is. Ooh. It's unbelievable. Also, extremely claustrophobic corridor. With a low ceiling. We were not supposed to end up here. So, that is a fail. Right, what's an easier one that I could tackle while we still got a little time to spare? What's another one that I missed? Chapter 3 was a little confusing to get through. What was it 4? There goes 4. I had the staircases. We can do 3 again, because it's pretty straightforward, this one. Ironically, it's close to the end of the map. Pools any percent speed run. All achievements. That wouldn't even be a speed run, because from what I've read on the Chivo I just tried to tackle, it's a 5-part sequence spread across a massive map where if you go down the point of no return, you basically have to reset the level, so it's, yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare to acquire. Which is exactly why I'm gonna save that for last at my own leisure. Next stream we'll go back to SMT5. Chill with that for a bit. Then proceed back to Cruelty Squad, which I did look up a bit on. And that game also has some extra layers of fuckery going on. But we're gonna play through it normally first, and then we'll look into the extras. It's a very, very cryptic to figure out video game. But fortunately, there are a lot of big brain gamers out there who are insane enough to put enough time so all it took was skimming through a comprehensive guide to know what to look out for. What's done with, shall we say, the base game. And would you look at that? We're already pretty close to the finishing line. Alright, here we are. You wanna know what's the gimmick here? Don't go through the middle. There you go. Achievement unlocked. The idea here is that's the most obvious path because, you know, straight from the entrance to the exit. Plop. Well, that will be a good note to exit that map. And this puts me at 12 out of 16. So 4 more remain to be found. Once you get into the competitive spirit, it's kind of difficult to put this game aside. I'm gonna go for all of them, mind you, but I am contemplating the easier ones to get. Community Hub, Chivos. Two are in Chapter 6. Oh, great. Well, one is actually another RNG related. Fine. Oh joy. You know what? Since those two are locked to Chapter 6, I think we can try and get them down. Then I would pretty much just leave the Chapter 2, let's call it treasure hunt. me to tackle stream. We pretty much have to make it past the giant sauna room in order to be in the general area for the first one. Oh. But that took more of a trek, but we're actually here already. Okay, so the idea here is I gotta look out these windows. And if I'm lucky enough, we'll see something most unusual. There he is. The duck. The dapper duck, in fact. So that's one, and for the other, we gotta go to the production line and stick around a little longer. Why, you may ask? Well, there's a small Easter egg. If you hang around there for a while. See, since I'm here, we went up there normally, but there's also that way that I haven't checked. And then exploring me demands that I at least take a gander. Might be a different entry point to the maintenance area, or however you want to call it. Well, it's certainly very dystopian looking, this bunker. One way or another we do end up in the same spot, but What's this? Could this be Jared Pike at work? Man, I stand corrected. This seems like its own self-contained universe within that branch you can take. Well, it's a good thing that we did come back to investigate it. Now, onto the point of interest. Consider this the speed tour of the pool rooms. Ideally, I'll get the right turn my first try. Oh, that's not it. Wait, so these two are actually connected with one another? That I did not anticipate at all. Well, that's more than interesting, for sure. Good to see you, old friend. This begs the question, why did we never take the sheep out of the back, the pool rooms with us. We could have had a companion for a lifetime. Anyway, we just played the waiting game. You just sit here and something beautiful will occur. Eventually. Just give it a minute or two. There you go. A stray flamingo floaty. I wonder how many people found that by pure accident, and how many were actually insane enough to wait on the off chance that, hey, something different might happen this time, if you're patient enough. Well, that's 14 out of 16, so I got most of them. The remaining 2, yeah, I'm gonna need a map for that, so I should report outside the confines of Twitch my progress with that. Anywho, thank you all for hanging out. It's been a pleasure. This was a great little diversion from my usual streaming antics. And yeah, there's gonna be more where that came from time to time, so look forward for more of that weird side of gaming. And yeah, kudos to the devs. Pretty fun little pool room filmage. Again, these guys have made more than one video game. Let me double check. What's it called? So the studio is called Tensori, and their other game, which came out on the 21st of June, is called Dystopica. City building sandbox for futuristic cities, no goals, no management, just creativity and dark, cozy vibes. So, I'm gonna do these guys a favor. Shield that here, because I had enough fun with their debut on the market, so they deserve it. Alrighty, take it easy everyone, and I'll see you again when I see you. Till next time.